What's good, y'all? Welcome to my review of this week's episode of My Hero Academia Season 2. Let's begin. Alright guys, so it's actually, before this episode actually really starts, right before the OP plays, we actually see this one part where Deku's on a train, and he's like, on his phone, my name's up, and then someone's like, hey, and it's someone that recognized Deku from the sports festival, who was cheering for him throughout the festival. So they show off a nice little that people do recognize some of the heroes from the sports festival. We see also later on when they get to school that other people got recognized from from sports festivals as well. So that was a nice little touch they added. And so we get to when Deku's on his way to school, and then we got Ida, of course, sprinting his way there in a raincoat, while Deku's just kind of like taking his time with an umbrella, and he's like, "Why are you walking so slowly, Midoriya?" It's like we got 5 minutes for the bell. Don't you know? You should always be 10 minutes early. I'm like, oh, Ida. And right before that, and then right after that, we get to them getting to school where they find out where Deku's about to ask Ida something, and Ida's like, "If it's about my brother, don't worry. Sorry if it made you worry." So, yeah, we see a little bit more also of his, and then we see a quick flashback of his brother actually. No, that was actually around the name change where we actually saw more of Ida's brother, a little bit more of what happened between those two. So I guess I'll talk about that when they get to the name changes. So we get to the classroom. Then everyone's talking like, "Oh yeah, I was recognized while I was in my school." Blah 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 blah. What I already mentioned. Then we get to Eraserhead shows up, tells him that for him now, welcome back to class. Like, now we're gonna talk about hero anthromotics, I believe. I have no idea what anthromotics are. From what fuck, I can't think of his name. Fuck, I can't. The guy with the red hair that could turn hard. Rock, what's his name? Fuck. Kirishima. It took a while. Kirishima's like, oh crap. So, hero law. I always suck at that. So I guess that's what hero anthromatic are. I don't know. Yeah, so then we reveal that they're talking about name changes. So we're gonna tell that everyone's starting to change their names, and this is when we get to Ida, we have to find out that we get a little bit more of the backstory between, well, not backstory, we see more of what Ida was visiting his brother at the hospital, where we see that pretty much Ida, from the damage that villain did to him, the guy with rocking the katana, said to him that he's pretty much done as a hero. He can't feel like, so I'm guessing he's handicapped now. So, yeah, and then he tells Ida since I'm done being a hero, that doesn't mean you're not, so please use my name as for your codename. Which, Ida ends up not wanting to doing it, probably because he feels like he's not ready to use that name. Ida just uses his first name, Tenya, and a lot of the other heroes use their first names as well. They can't think of it. Although, a few of the highlights, they also showed up, like, Erase pulled like there's like a projection of like a bunch of people, a bunch of the heroes of the first year who got offers from Hero Source to Heroes to like be their pretty much their sidekicks, and the one that got the most was fuck, why am I forgetting all their names? Todoroki. Todoroki got the most, followed by Bakugo. Then I believe Ida was in third, and then we got a bunch of other ones, which I did not see Deku's name anywhere on there, unless I was not. But then the guy with the pervert, the guy with the ball that could throw balls, I forget his name. He tells him that Deku came out in 9th place, but I was looking at the thing, and I didn't see his name in any of the subtitles. So did I just miss it, or I don't know. So apparently Deku was in 9th. It makes a little bit more sense than, he can't really control his quirk just yet. So can't really control it. And we actually, so we get some of the, I'm not going to discuss each one of their names, because we'll be here for a while, so I'll discuss them. Bakugo comes out, and here's this King Explosion Murder. And I was like, that's a good name. But Midnight's also there with him to help out with him, pretty much just take care of the kids while they're taking them names while Eraserhead's sleeping, like always. And so, change your name, Bakugo. And then we have to get, that one chick that spits acid, that uses acid like her core, the pink girl. Her first one was Alien Queen. And Midnight's like, oh, you mean those ones with the acidic blood? I'm like, started laughing my ass off because I was like, oh, Xenomorph. She was actually in like a little bit of a Xenomorph costume when Midnight was saying, like, you mean the one with the aliens with these big blows? Like, Xenomorphs. Nice. Very respect. And some other ones were. Oh yeah, Uraraka choose her was Ura Gravity, I believe. It was like you are gravity. I think that's how it was. You or gravity. It was like it looks like she just combined like her last name with gravity, which nice. And everyone's like, well, but I thought you hated that name. And he pretty much explains how, he didn't mention Uraraka's name, but she said, like, someone told me that could mean something different, blah, blah. And actually, when Bakugo's thinking of his name, he looks at me like, huh? But the people are, like, confused, like, huh? So, yeah, and then he comes back up again, and this time it was like, I think it was like, Emperor Explosion Murder. It was still Explosion Murder, which, and also Todoroki also chose his first name, and actually, what I recommend is actually when we see, like, the names they got all those, picks, all those, offers, when Todoroki at the top, we got Momo telling him, like, oh, congratulations on having the most one. And he's like, oh, they're probably they're probably from my father. I'm like, of course, of course. Todoroki. So then after they get their names done, they give him these sheets of, like, what hero you see. And when we get to Todoroki, he says he knows that Endeavor's in there. So I'm like, Endeavor. I'm really curious of which one to Todoroki, because we don't see which one he picked in this episode. We'll probably see in next week's episode which one he picked. But I'm kind of guess he actually did pick Endeavor. I highly doubt he did because he hates his father. And I mean, from all the shit that Endeavor's done, I'm questioning why he's even a hero at this point. So that's all done over. We get to lunchtime where people are deciding which hero agency they want to go to for their internship, which lasts a week. That's pretty much what they've been doing this whole time. And then actually, we actually find out, well, everyone's like, so Uraraka and I believe soon a few others go to see what Deku's up to, and he's of course muttering, mumbling to himself like always. And we also find that he's actually doing this exercise where he's like, I forget exactly what it was, but it pretty much was he's using his muscles to like levitate off his seat a little bit, trying to for strength probably to help him control One For All, for actually be able to control One For All better than he can. And then we get to after that, All Might shows up and be like, hey, can I talk to you, Deku? And Deku's like, sure. Then they go over pretty much tells him about the offer that he got from that All Might saw. And it's from, I forget the dude's name, but it was someone that was a dear friend of the guy that gave All Might One For All, so he knows about the powers of One For All. Yes, and he's like, and All Might is like scared shitless, like he's like shaking in his boots, like I'm like, and Dick was just like, how scary is this guy? I'm just sitting like, what's so scary about him? I'm like, why is he freaking out so much? I mean, I guess we'll find out next week. I guess we'll find next week why All Might's shaking in his boots, like scared shitless of this guy. So that's all. So after all that's said and done, we get to the train station where Eraser and the crew are all together, and they're pretty much telling like, mind your manners, behave yourself, blah 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 blah. When you're doing your internship, don't lose your suits, don't wear them in public. You can't do that just yet. Pretty much just giving them the rules of what they can and cannot do. So yeah, and then after that, then they leave, and then Ida's on his way, and then Uraraka and Deku come up to him and pretty much tell him, like, yo, we're your friends, you can talk to us if you need to about your brother, and Ida's like, I'm fine. And then the episode ends there. And so, yeah. Overall, it was a good episode. I give it about an 8 out of 10. It was really good. Look forward to next week, because now they also reuse the same OP and E for this week, and I kept seeing articles, after last week's episode that they're like, Lisa's working like on the ED or the OP, so I was like, so I'm guessing next week is probably going to start the next arc, which is when we're going to see the new OP and ED. So yeah, and I also like the redesign on Deku's costume that they showed off in the preview. I like the redesign of it. I like Deku's costume, but it's just I don't like that mask he has on. He looks so stupid with that mask on. Not the face mask, whatever that thing's called. The actual mask that's like those things that look like All Might's hair. I do not like that. I wish that he kept that off and just kept the mask. Like the way he has just when everything's not on, it's just his face and the costume. It looks pretty cool. So yeah, 8 out of 10. Hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Leave a like if you did, subscribe if you're new, and as always, come back for more. See you guys next time.